Hi, this is KG3 and you're looking at our Airstream International Ocean Breeze 27 foot pulled by a Dodge Ram 1500 5.7 liter Hemi. So here's our water damage. This came as a complete surprise to us in December of 2013 when we were setting the bed up for the kids, and bam, stepped right through the floor on the back of the Airstream where the rear bumper is. We're going to make a video here on how you repair this damage. It's going to be in 3 parts, and we'll add chapters and all the neat things you can do on YouTube to make it easy for you to follow. Okay, so here's the problem. It's the rear bumper and the seal between the floor and the aluminum shell of the Airstream. Very difficult to tell when you've got water leakage. It ends up down in the well, it rots the floor, and then as I found out, your foot goes through the floor. Okay, so here's the team. There's my wife, Mendacious, along with my daughter, Eva May Crazy, and then ATG Rocker, my son, who is also a YouTube expert. Okay, so let's get started here with preparation and demolition of the floor. To start with, safety first. So you can see here that we have chalk blocked the vehicle. We're on a pretty steep incline, so we're floor blocking in every location that we can. We also had some previous DIY work on a deck, so with all the shaking and moving of the floor, we wanted to make sure that we didn't come off that incline. So you can see we, chalk blocked pretty voraciously forward. Okay, so step 1 is clearing out all the stuff on the inside the Airstream that's going to affect our floor repair, and obviously reflooring the Airstream. So we're going to take out all the pillows, all the blankets. Okay, so now we have all the easy stuff removed, and now it's time to remove the bench and the bed. Okay, so this isn't rocket science. You got about 8 screws connecting it to the sidewall of the Airstream, and then you have about another 8 screws that, as you pull open various compartments, you'll see those are connecting actually to the floor of the Airstream and to the sidewall of the refrigerator. Then it's just a matter of pulling the bed away from the wall and the floor, refrigerator, and there you have it. There is your furnace. Okay, now it's back to the bed, and this was a little more complicated, I must say. You have a lot more screws, you have hinges, you have electricity back there, but immediately we started taking the hinges apart and then working on the various frame pieces to remove screws there. I wouldn't say there's any great order to go after, but there are a lot of them connecting it to the floor and also connecting the bed together, as you can see Eva gets after. Clear out your trunk, and then it's a matter of removing the top wood frame. Once you've removed the hinges, a lot of screws back there, and now you've got a lot of electricity coming off the battery of your 12-volt system. The big takeaways for us here were, 1, disconnecting the battery, so the 12-volt system is out, and 2, marking all the various screw locations and bagging and tagging those various screws so that you can essentially reconnect the system the way the Airstream folks put it in there, so that it's no extra wire tension is created when you go back to your reinstall. Okay, so here's the bed completely removed, and the electrical stuff just ends up laying there. I mentioned bagging and tagging all your screws. Tape that to all our boards, and here's how we stored our stuff in our garage. Just put it on a Georgia Boy trailer, packed everything in there. Okay, preparation is complete, so let's get after demo. And you can see we have selected a line back from the furnace there that we pretty confident there's good wood beneath there. Minnie's using an X-Acto blade on the floor to cut back a good piece of linoleum. We were trying to preserve as much linoleum as possible so that, for our knees and also for cleanliness moving around during the job. Okay, we're peeling back the linoleum now, and you can see the beginnings of some good wood. I had to take out this threshold to make sure that we saw all the water damage. Okay, you can see around the furnace no water damage. It's important to us, and you can see our first line to the left there that we're going to cut. Okay, so there are the screw holes that obviously connect the wood to the frame. They're pretty cool to identify because they help you follow the frame. Sometimes the Airstream guys miss. You want to begin your cuts. Again, a lesson learned here. We used a VersaCut at about a half-inch plywood to start cutting and removing the bad wood. What we discovered was a lot of good wood. We probably cut too far back. So I would have gone with smaller sections, smaller pieces. You can see a lot of the rotted wood there that Mindy's removing. but it was pretty segregated into one spot. So we think we cut a little too far back would be our lesson learned. But the hard part here is this C channel and the variety of tools required to remove the remaining wood, rotted wood inside that C channel. You can see all kinds of devices there we use. Everything from pliers to a Rockwell Sonicrafter. That device right there ended up being the device of choice. Okay, so let's dig a little deeper into this whole C-channel piece here. That C-channel is obviously where the wood meets the aluminum frame and the metal frame that the aluminum rests on. This C-channel has got screws in it that they screwed the original plywood into. You're not going to take those out. You can't take those out. You don't want to cut them. We're going to show you how you create a pattern to go after those locations with your new plywood. But the trick now is getting the C channel completely clear. You can see it goes back about 1.5 inches with those pliers there. It's pretty deep, and you're going to use all kinds of devices as I've described. Mindy preferred the pliers, and I preferred the Rockwell Sonicrafter to get after clearing that channel out. It seemed to do a pretty good job. I mean, you see it lopped off a pretty good piece there. That's what amount of debris you're pulling out from that C channel. That's all bad wood right there. Okay, so here's our cleared out C channel. We are right now in the middle of marking the various notch locations where the new plywood is going to go in, where we need to cut the plywood so it fits into the C channel. We think this looks pretty good, but it's obviously a little beat up getting all of that bad wood out of there. Okay, our next step was to actually find out where our leaks were and what was the root of the problem. And you can see there Minnie's running the red dye water along the bumper, outside bumper, and there's the water streaming in through the C channel down into the pan of the Airstream. You can see how it also trails down to the other bucket. Okay, so now we needed to apply the sealant. It's this Volcom 116 stuff, that polyurethane sealant that Airstream recommends, and applied it along the entire bumper. And then I just got a hose out and not only applied it to the bumper, but throughout the entire Airstream to make sure we didn't get any more water coming in. And you can see there that we're dry. Nothing's coming in through the bumper anymore. Okay, the next step was to apply a little bit of rust-oleum to seal a little bit of the rust that occurred during the water damage, and then also we used Flex Seal to go after some spots where we saw some separation there on the bottom pan of the Airstream, with a varying degree of success. There are the two products.